And I'm back with the next round of the Zerator Cup Edition 3. This is the quarterfinals, and the match I'm casting is Group B between Tentacles, Bren, Dog, and frostBeule. And we now have a switch of rules. Instead of rounds mode, we'll use cup mode with finalist instead. So for those not familiar of cup mode with finalist, you play to a certain point limit, and in this case the points limit is set to 80. Once you become a finalist and reach the points limit, you need to win one more round to secure your position, and top 2 from this match will qualify to the semifinals and the other 2 will be eliminated. And also some news, I am allowed to also record the semifinals and the grand finals. So if you're watching this on YouTube, that's why there's also VODs for the semifinals and the grand finals. And we see the end of the warm-up. The first map will be 1 min, which is one of the shorter maps in this map pack. And also one of the maps here that will be played on is called Pathfinding, and it's only played in the quarterfinals. So we'll see that one later on. There's 3 maps in total. So let's start this quarterfinal now between frostBeule, Dog, Bren, and Tentacles. Top 2 will advance, and here we go, live into the first round. And I assume there's still going to be 4 rounds per map, though the standard is usually 5 for cup mode, but I guess we'll find out soon. Alright, so close pack of players here early on. Good landing from all of them. frostBeule though will have to slow down a bit, so he's gonna drop down to 4th place. Instead, it looks to be Dog in the lead in front of Tentacles and Bren. And frostBeule with good speed here at 4th place. Tentacles then drops down in the transition. Dog alone at the top now, ahead of Bren with 2200s in the checkpoint. I see the checkpoints now too, that's very useful. frostBeule passing Bren in the last checkpoint, and only the ending remains. It's a tricky ceiling hit. Dog will get it and secure 1st place, and a really good time as well from Dog, 50.32. The world record here is 48.91. frostBeule will then take 2nd, Bren at 3rd, and Tentacles at 4th place. Starting the 2nd round. And if you want to watch Group A, Zerator is streaming that match, and then for Group C and D, I believe Coons and Spam got their streams for those matches. Point of views, not Casto. As we see Tentacles crashing in the pillars. Bren has built up a significant lead in front of Dog at 2nd place. frostBeule then being behind a bit at 3rd place. Let's go to Bren here, see if you can get through the ending. Good landing. Need a lot of precision here. No mistakes so far from Bren, and through the checkpoint as well. Dog still at 2nd place, Tentacles at 3rd, frostBeule at 4th, coming up to the ending. Bren with a good ceiling hit, and then Tentacles will take 2nd in front of Dog. And lastly, frostBeule will finish at 4th place. So with those results, the score rankings right now, we see that Bren and Dog got the same amount of points with 14, frostBeule with 9, and Tentacles also with 9. So a very close match so far. Again, top 2 will qualify to the semifinals. The other 2 will be eliminated. So this is a do or die. There's no loser bracket in this cup. Oh, Bren now goes down, and also Dog at least a little. Bren a bit further behind. Instead it's Tentacles who takes the lead over the drop in front of frostBeule with 3700s. And these 2 players are the ones a bit behind as well, as Tentacles gets the landing bug. So that will put him down to 2nd place. Instead it looks like frostBeule will take 1st. Bren also on his back. Can he reach the next checkpoint? That is the question. frostBeule will take 1st. Bren forced to respawn. Was not able to get to the next checkpoint that way. Or maybe he could have, but it would have taken too long. So he decided to go for the respawn instead. and will finish the round getting 3 points. Dog with 4, Tentacles with 6, and Funny Bear with 10 points. And Funny Bear with that win in the lead now with 19 points. Dog with 18, Bren with 17, and Tentacles with 15. Bren, who is known as an RPG player mainly in the community, has won the RPG Night Cup as an example of some of his accomplishments. So these kind of maps do suit him pretty well based on that. As you see, Tentacles now having a slow start. Bren with a really good start on the other hand in front of Dog. Funny Bear also dropping behind a bit. Coming up to this drop here. Bren will get through without problems. Still in front of Dog here at second place. Will Bren go for the safe ending, or will he go for the ceiling hit? He will go for the ceiling hit. And what a time from Bren, 49.56. That is a very good time, about half a second away from the world record. So 10 points going Bren's way as we do see the end of the map. So we have 4 rounds on each map. Bren in the lead now with 27, Dog with 24, Funny Bear with 22, and Tentacles with 19 points. So a very close start to this match. And again, as mentioned in the start, the points limit is set to 80. As we see, the next map is going to be Pathfinding. This map, which is pretty unique to say the least, and it's true to its name as well. You need to find the correct way. It's quite an interesting map, I would say, since I think we could see different routes from the players here. You can take many different ways, and I'm not so sure if they will all go for the same exact way, which makes them maybe a bit difficult to cast. So I think I'm gonna use the overview camera for most of this round, and I still won't be able to keep track of what's going on probably. This map is also the longest map, I believe. It's around 3 minutes in length. So it will take quite a while to complete, especially with 4 rounds. The world record here is 3 minutes 10 seconds and 67 hundredths by Funny Bear, and then Dog got the second fastest time. So let's see what the other two got here. Bren is at 5th and Tentacles is at 6th place, so all 4 players here in the top 6. So they all know this track very well. Interesting. Bren, I believe, got a couple of world records as well on these tracks, so he does know the maps really well. And based on that, I wouldn't be too surprised if he's able to reach the grand final, though the competition is very tough and will be even tougher in the semifinals. It looks like the players are actually going for maybe the same route. I haven't really seen any differences. So maybe they know, they all know the fastest way. No, we see some differences here now. Bren and Tentacles will go for that ring checkpoint. So a bit of a different strat here. But yeah, more or less the same though, I would say, by the looks of it. And now maybe we see a bit of... actually, yeah, okay, Dog is also going here through the same route by the looks of it, although he is a bit behind. Yeah, I think I need to use this camera here if I wanna see what's actually going on. Maybe like do it like this. That could be a good idea. Let's get a nice overview of the map. And this map only used in the quarterfinals, unless I'm missing something. Maybe it's For the grand final, it could be used again if it's picked. I remember last edition in the grand final there was an unknown track in the grand final. Maybe that will be the case again. As we do see the end of the warm-up. And we will soon start the second map. The current score: Bren in the lead with 27 points, Dog with 24, Funnybear with 22, and Tentacles with 19 points. Alright, so let's go to the start. You see the ring checkpoints here. You need to take 2 of them, I believe, and then respawn back to the start and then take the other ones. Can take a look here at how the players will do it as we start this first round of the second map. Pathfinding, all maps again made by Zerator. Alright, so here we go. So you take those 2 ring checkpoints. We do see a different strat though from Tentacles. He goes for the right one first. Actually... Okay, no, he's just taking it in a different order. And then you want to land, of course. See if the players will land on their wheels. Looks like they will. Dog, though, will be a bit behind there in the start. And the players will go for this water section first. Tentacles with maybe a bad landing here. Yeah, that took a while for him. So you do see the players going for different ways here in the start. Bren and Funnybear going for the same as Bren crashes here before the long stretch, which is not a good place to crash. That's gonna cost him a couple of seconds. So maybe Bren now at last place. We do see the checkpoint count to the left. Right now Funnybear got 1 more. Well, not anymore, but he did have 1 more than Bren. Now he does again, so he is assumedly in the lead here. Tentacles and Bren a bit behind. I think they more or less go for the same way here in the start. Goes for this jump here, no problem for either players. It's a bit of tricky here to get through this grass part. But it does look like Funnybear is the current leader in this round. 1 checkpoint in front of Bren. Builds up good speed over this stretch as well. I think this is a pretty crucial part since you want to land on your wheels here. And Funnybear will be successful. See about the others as well. Bren on his wheels. And it looks like both Tentacles and Dog also landed on their wheels. So Funnybear remains in the lead here. Currently at 3rd place. Top 2 will qualify. So well needed points here. But again, finalist mode is used. So it's not just about how many points you will collect. You also need to win a 1st place as a finalist. Alright, Bren seems to be only about 2 seconds behind Funnybear. So if Funnybear makes a blunder here, crashes into the wall or maybe gets a small bump, then Bren could maybe capitalize. I think we are getting near the ending though. Here's the... Oh, not yet. I think the last stretch is coming up. Yes, here it is. So Funnybear looking to win this round. Just got the ending remaining. Does the respawn here and then just got the finish left. So Funnybear will take 1st place. And then Bren just behind him. Tentacles looking to take 3rd place. Does not respawn there in the end. And then Dog was behind this whole round. And will take 4th place. Good time there from Funnybear as well. 3:12.57. Only about 2 seconds away from his own world record. So with those results, Bren still in the lead with 33, but Funnybear only 1 point behind him. Then Dog at 27 and Tentacles at 23 points. As we start the second round. And in the start here, you want to make sure that you don't respawn too early. You need to cross those ring checkpoints first. If you don't, that could be very costly, especially if you don't notice that you missed it. So this time it's Bren who is off to a good start. And then Dog is at second, ahead of frostBeule, and then Tentacles at fourth place. But still, pretty close pack. Bren this time avoids crashing before the stretch. And it looks like Tentacles has dropped down even further. He's behind with 2 checkpoints already. Oh, what a crash from Dog! Wow, that was a huge crash. And he's forced to respawn as a result. Alright, Bren hit that ring checkpoint. Well, it looks like frostBeule did catch up to him with quite a lot. So this is now pretty close between these two drivers, Bren and frostBeule. frostBeule goes for that wall hit before the grass. Bren cannot feel safe winning this round. Now Bren went for the wall hit and frostBeule did not. So we constantly see different strats here from the players. It's not really big differences, but well, in this game, small details can definitely play an important factor. All right, coming up to this ring checkpoint now. See if the players can get good landings. Yes, and frostBeule with a really good landing. He landed on the wall and somehow was able to get a bit of momentum as well. So that puts him at first place now, just in front of Bren. And then Dog. Oh no, never mind. Dog is going for a different route there. So he's still at third place. It's still a battle between frostBeule and Bren for first in this round. 5800s between them. Bren is on the hunt here, trying to regain that first place which he lost. Needs to take some risks here though if he wants to be successful with that, because we are coming up to the ending. Wow, what a wall hit from Bren! What a wall hit, and that will put him at first place just before the ending. Then he goes for a different way here. Yes, he will go for a way different way. Who's gonna reach the finish line first though? It is frostBeule! Wow, what a close round. 3:11.58 by frostBeule and 0.92 by Bren on a map that is 3 minutes in length. That is insane. And I don't know why Bren didn't go for the same strat as frostBeule did. Maybe he mistimed the jump somehow. Not sure, but yeah, that's gonna cost him first place and also first place in the score rankings. frostBeule up to 42 points. Bren at 39, Dog at 31, and Tentacles at 26. Did he not finish that round? Or maybe he did. But he is trailing a bit now in this match. Seems like he's not as comfortable on this map. Ooh, frostBeule! Lands on his back. And he will have to try for this landing again. And he again lands on his back. Now this might be a question of if frostBeule will have enough time to finish the round. I think the timer is pretty long though. Can't say exactly how long, but maybe over 20 seconds, so maybe there's still enough time. Meanwhile, we have Tentacles in the lead instead, in front of Dog and Bren at third place. Dog and Tentacles, the two players that need the points the most now, so if they can keep these positions, then that would be great for them. Here's the big jump. Need to have a good trajectory. Dog will miss the ring checkpoint. If I'm not... yeah, I think he went for it again, so... critical mistake there from Dog. And that's gonna put him far behind. Tentacles now with a solid lead in front of Bren with 1 checkpoint. Funny Bear still far behind Dog even. He goes for the big jump now. So I'm still kind of questioning if he will have enough time to finish. Tentacles though is in a good position, but there's still some difficult parts left, and here's one coming up now. Need to get a good landing here. Okay, that's okay for Tentacles. Could have been better though. So maybe Bren will catch up a bit here. Yes, it does look like Bren is much closer now to Tentacles. But Tentacles still though, a few seconds in front here. 1.5 seconds to be exact. So as long as he can minimize his mistakes, then he should be able to secure this round in his favor. And now Funny Bear is actually ahead of Dog, at least for a short while. Very close between Dog and Funny Bear all of a sudden. Funny Bear may actually go up to 3rd place here, but let's take Tentacles in the finish now. Can he get a good ending here? If so, he will secure his 1st place. Bren not far behind at all, but Tentacles will defend his 1st place, collecting 10 points in his favor. Dog still in front of Funny Bear, coming up to the ending. And yeah, Dog does not go for the respawn. Funny Bear will, and that does seem like it's faster. I wonder why the others are not doing it. Funny Bear once again able to overtake a player in the end because of that strat. That could be very important. Funny Bear with 4 points, up to 46. 1 point in front of Bren. Tentacles at 36 now, Dog at 34. It's still a very close match. It feels like all 4 players have the capacity here to reach the semifinals. And Bren with a much better checkpoint there, so he will go up to 1st place in front of Tentacles. Dog at 3rd, and then Funny Bear is at 4th place, now with a much better start. So early on into this 3rd round, we have a close pack of players. Less than 1 second between them. Funny Bear 97 hundredths behind Bren as we go through the stretch. And next up is the big jump. You need to have a good line here so that you will get through this ring checkpoint. Bren seems to be doing just that, he is true. So are the other 4 players though. Still a very close round early on. Funny Bear is in no way out of this round. He can still make a comeback, especially if he gets that landing again after the next ring checkpoint at the half pipe. Over the water hole, Bren keeping his 1st place. In front of Dog at 2nd, Tentacles at 3rd, Funny Bear at 4th place, but this could still go either way as we are now approaching the ring checkpoint. Funny Bear hits the wall, and that was just as he passed the engine shut-off block, so he will lose a bit of time there. But can he get a good landing though? Yes, he can! Wow, what a landing from Funny Bear. He deliberately tries to land on the wall so that he will get on his feet with momentum. That is a pro strat, I would say. And together with his great finish, could still see maybe Funny Bear making a comeback, but he's still at 4th place though, because of that mistake before the ring checkpoint. And Bren is still in the lead, though it's not with much though. Dog is only behind with 50 hundreds. Here's Dog at second. And we do have a big gap down to Tentacles and FunnyBear now, so this looks to be between Bren and Dog for first place. Soon coming up to the ending. Here's the final stretch. Bren now not going for that wall hit. Let's see if he can get a good ending as well. Yeah, both Bren and Dog going for a different strat. Actually, Bren will go for the respawn, but Dog will come back, but then hits the ceiling of the finish, and Bren will be ahead of him with a few hundredths of a second. And then also really close between Tentacles and FunnyBear. That was a very close round, especially considering how long this track is. And that will be the end of the map as well. Bren up to 55 points, FunnyBear with 49, Tentacles with 40, and Dog also with 40 points. So we are about halfway through here before the first player will reach the point limit, which is 80. And at this rate, we could actually see 4 finalists. As we now move on to the third map, it's Olympic. We'll have a warm-up round before continuing this quarterfinal of the Zerator Cup 3. And simultaneously as this quarterfinal, we have the other 3 quarterfinals played as well. You can watch them all. Zerator himself is streaming Group A, Coons I believe is streaming Group C, and Spam is streaming Group D. Coons and Spam streaming their point of views. They are still in this tournament as players. And as I mentioned at the start of the cast, I will be allowed to record the semifinals and the grand final. I'm not allowed to stream it though. Zerator will be the only streamer, but you will be able to watch those matches cast by me on YouTube. I will upload the VODs later on. Coming up to the end of the warm-up here, the ending of this track is pretty decisive. Some players go for the flip, but others, such as Dog, will instead opt for keeping their grip in that uphill. Not sure what is faster. This track though is way easier to stay consistent on. Not really any super difficult part, I would say. The VODs will be uploaded by tomorrow, I would say. So you can expect them to be up by then. Anyways, off we go into the first round of this third map. And we could see one of the players reach finalist status already if they do extremely well. I think Bren needs to win 3 out of 4 rounds. The others need to win 4 out of 4 rounds. As Bren will have the better start. Tentacles at second, FunnyBear losing a bit of speed, dropping down, and Dog allowed to pass him, but then Dog has a bad entry to this obstacle part, and he's down to 4th place. Instead, Bren takes the lead with 20 hundreds, as we soon are coming up to the ending. Goes for that wall hit. Still in a good position here. See what he will do, if he will go for the flip. Yes, but he is not able to do it though. And instead, FunnyBear will take over first place. Bren forced to respawn into the previous checkpoint. And he will instead finish at last place. FunnyBear now in the lead as well. 59 points, Bren with 58. Tentacles with 46 and Dog with 44 points. Right now, frostBeule and Bren qualified to the semifinals, but still a lot left to be played here. Ooh, Tentacles clips the wall down to 4th place. frostBeule then with what looked to be a no drift. He's at 3rd. Instead, it's Bren in the lead in front of Dog. See if Bren can keep his 1st place this time. Really good strat here. Keeps his speed over the small bumps in the road. Through the zigzag movement, Bren still looking good, but the ending remains. And he could be affected by the previous round. Might not take as big of a risk now. But he does have a pretty good lead though, so he could maybe force to drive a bit more safe as he balanced himself on his back wheels, and this time able to avoid landing on his back. So Bren with a 1st place, setting a time of 104.85. And Bren also with the world record on this track, 102.97. So with that, Bren back up to 1st place, 68 points. frostBeule with 62, Tentacles with 52, and Dog with 48. Oh, Tentacles with a crash. Great speed from Bren. Feels very comfortable on this track. It's usually the case when you also got the world record. Dog at 2nd place in front of frostBeule. Good entry now from Dog, catching up a bit, but he goes for a much safer strat here compared to the other 3 players. And then Bren loses his speed before the small jump. Oh, and then lands on his back, but makes a flip and he can't continue driving. But it looks like he will take 4th though. Tentacles instead in the lead in front of frostBeule with 5100s. But the ending can make a difference. Let's see. frostBeule with a nice flip, but Tentacles with more speed over this airship. And Tentacles will take that 1st place. frostBeule at 2nd. Dog at 3rd. And then Bren again losing his lead. And will take 4th place, I think at least. There we go. Bren also finishing, getting 3 points. Will he keep his lead though? Yes, he will. He's at 71. If Bren wins the next round, he will reach finalist status. frostBeule at 68, Tentacles at 62, and Dog at 52. This is the last round of the 3rd map, so that means Bren will not get any match point attempts on this map. It will happen on the 4th map instead. This time Tentacles with a better start. Bren have to settle for 2nd place. Dog then at 3rd. frostBeule has dropped down. It's not doing as well on this map as he did on the previous one. Tentacles though doing much better on this map. He's caught up to both Bren and... Oh wow, what a crash! Tentacles will have to respawn, and this time Bren will make the jump. So it looks like Bren will become a finalist as we move on to the 4th map. As long as he can get through this ending, that is. But he is so far ahead of everyone else, he can go for a very safe strat here. Once again, playing with fire, but able to keep his grip. And Bren, with that 1st place, will reach 80 points, which will make him a finalist. So Bren will get the match point attempt in the next round. As we see Tentacles having to respawn in the end. 10 seconds left on the clock. Makes it in his 2nd attempt, so should have enough time here to finish. 2 seconds left on the clock. Tentacles also getting some points. So that's gonna be the end of the 3rd map. Bren will be a finalist now at 80 points. frostBeule at 72. Can also reach finalist status if he wins the next round. Tentacles at 65. And then Dog at 58. And the 4th and final map will be La Rentrée, which is another map where Bren got the world record, 122.67 in front of Aurel and Carl Jr. So that bodes well for Bren, as we now see him as a finalist as well in the score rankings. So again, that means that you need to take first place in a round to secure your position, and in Bren's case, secure a spot into the semifinals. And then Funny Bear can reach finalist status as well if he wins this next round and collecting 10 points. Tentacles and Dog aren't too far behind, so if they do well on this track, it's certainly possible that they can also still qualify. But right now it's Bren and Funny Bear with the advantage, and especially Bren with the world record on this track. Forced to respawn though at that checkpoint. It's pretty difficult to land on your wheels at that part, since you're carrying a lot of speed and you also don't have your engine, so it's kind of a wonky situation you have to deal with. It's pretty challenging. As we see the end of the warm-up, so we are about to see now if Bren can take advantage of his first match point attempt and secure a spot into the semifinals. Funny Bear then at 72, Tentacles at 65 and Dog at 58 points. So let's follow Bren now and see if he can win in his first match point attempt. Here we go, live into the first round of the final map. Bren with the match point. Dog gets a small landing bug, and at the same time Bren will advance up to first place. Tentacles and Funny Bear though still remaining, but Funny Bear gets the landing bug in the next jump. Only Tentacles now remain in front of Bren. Right now Tentacles denying Bren a spot into the semifinals. Over the platform, Bren catches up and almost hits the ring checkpoint there. Will he have enough speed there to make the jump? He will, but both Tentacles and Funny Bear now far ahead of Bren. So unless they make some mistakes, doesn't look like Bren will be able to qualify in this round. Tentacles slowing down a lot here. That should be good enough. Yes, he also avoids the wall, and so does Funny Bear. The ending isn't as difficult, I would say. Bren still far behind. Also Dog now in front of him. Bren though wants to try and stay in front of at least one player, since that means he would deny them a bit of points. But it seems like he might not be able to do it as Tentacles lands on his back. However, Funny Bear still remains, although he goes for a really risky ending here. But will have enough speed to make it. Funny Bear secures first place. Dog will take second, and then Bren seems to have retired, so Tentacles will take third place here. And Funny Bear with that win will also go up to finalist status. We got both Bren and Funny Bear with match point now. Bren with his second match point attempt, Funny Bear with his first. And we got Tentacles at 69, so even if he wins this next round, he will not be a finalist. And then Dog at 64. Alright, so here we go. Second match point attempt for Bren. The first for Funny Bear. Ooh, that does not look very good for Funny Bear. Dog also slowing down, and so does Bren over the transition. Tentacles now denying Funny Bear a spot into the semifinal. He's ahead with 4200s. Still a lot of difficult parts remaining. Bren has respawned, and so has Dog. So they are really far behind, and then Tentacles clips the hole, and Funny Bear will pass him. Funny Bear now with the chance to secure a spot into the semifinal of the Zerator Cup. It's only this part here and then also the ending that can make him lose his first place. That looks good. Funny Bear through the checkpoint. Tentacles still remaining though, only about 1 second behind. But this is Funny Bear's round to lose as we go over the jump. Can sometimes get a landing bug in this drop as well, which could cost him quite a lot of speed, and that will happen as well! Commentator's curse, but Tentacles is still too far behind though. Funny Bear with just the ending remaining goes for the risky ending once again, and he will get stuck, and Tentacles will pass him! What was that? Funny Bear loses his first place and is spot into the semi-final just before the finish line. Unbelievable. Completely unbelievable stuff here. So Funny Bear not in the semi-finals. Instead, he will get his second match point attempt here. Bren with his third. Tentacles up to 79 points, still need one more round. And then Dog at 67 points. Here we go! And then we see both Bren and Tentacles with landing bugs in the start. So Funny Bear will go up in the lead here together with Dog. Can he keep his composure and his focus after that? That is the question. Because that was unreal. Oh, Tentacles hits the hole again. So he is dead last right now. Dog and Bren right now at the top. Bren with the match point, of course. Oh, but that lands on the border. Really unfortunate there. So Bren looking to not win in this round either. But neither is Funny Bear though. Dog is in front. Right now, Dog trying to prolong this match as much as he can. Since he is at 4th place. Even if he wins here, he won't be a finalist, but he just needs to finish this next round to then become a finalist, and then he would at least get one shot at the qualifying. Avoids the landing bug as well, looking good here for Dog. Good landing as well, and just ending remaining. We can see some overtakings here though. Will it happen this time? Funny Bear! This time with the comeback! And Funny Bear will take first place! Really impressive that Funny Bear was able to keep his focus and his composure there after what happened in the previous round. So Funny Bear will qualify to the semifinals. We'll see him in the next round! Dog hits the side of the hole, had too much speed. And of course Tentacles is now also a finalist together with Bren. So this is it. Tentacles or Bren, who will be in the semifinals? Together with Funny Bear. This time Tentacles avoids hitting the hole. Although it was really close. Over the platform, Bren will do it better. So Bren up in the lead. Can he get a good landing here? Oh, yes! This time Bren avoids hitting the border. And instead Tentacles losing a bit of speed. Right now Bren in his 4th match point attempt will secure 2nd place and a spot into the semifinals. Slowing down here. Hits the side of the ramp. Gets the good landing. And Tentacles forced to respawn. Bren now got it all in his own hands. Only the ending remaining, and he got such a big lead here that he can afford driving a bit safe. Doesn't get the landing bug. This looks to be it for Bren. Just needs to avoid landing on his back, which would force a respawn. He goes for the risky ending here, but it will pay off, and Bren will, after all, qualify to the semifinals as well. It took a long time, but in his 4th match point attempt, he will secure 2nd place behind Funny Bear, and at the same time eliminating Tentacles and Dog from the tournament. So that's gonna be it. Funny Bear and Bren through to the semifinals. GG!